Okay, guys, just to catch you up, we're going to do number 6. Looks pretty good. Pretty much what we've had on the other ones. It's a little bit lighter in the chamber. But then again, do the best you can with what you got, right? Overall, I'm pretty happy with the way these are turning out and the flow we're getting through the whole system. I did find out a little tidbit of trivia. I was researching on Speed Talk, and I found an old DV thread. No, actually, it was my 289 thread that I was looking up some stuff on, and DV wrote on there that his 504 horsepower 289 flowed 235 through the heads. We're flowing through 235 through the carb manifold and cylinder heads. So that was on a 12. David's was on a 12-to-1 motor. This is going to be a 12.5 292. I would think they shouldn't have any problem hitting their 500 horse mark. Maybe even a little better than that. Give me your input on that, guys. I'd like to know what you guys think about that. Intake valve looks like what we've been seeing. And bore looks like what we've been seeing. So they're all pretty much the same. I forget who wrote it, but somebody commented, "Oh, I love when you shine the camera right down the port so I can try to copy exactly what you did. Trying to take my job? Use a Sonic." That's all I can say is use a Sonic, because these would get twitchy quick. As far as there being a little dyke up on the right, number 6 doesn't have any. Just the tiniest amount on 7 and a little tiny bit on 8. Okay, on the right is number 7, on the left is number 6. We do a little better right here. A little better, a little better, a little better. We lose some, we lose some, we lose some, we lose some, we lose some. We got better low lift flows, not as good a high lift flows. That's actually what I see usually on ports, is if they're shaped just the slightest bit different, and these might be because I did have casting thicknesses issues and was not able to copy them exactly port to port. But you do get that sometimes. Now, how much power will they make? I don't know. Probably not much different, to be honest. Let's take a quick look at the swirls. Okay, listening to something outside that doesn't sound right. Like my generator just turned on. Sorry about that, guys. I don't have that set to exercise by itself. I usually go out and do it when I feel the urge. And that's the first time it's gone on by itself. The lights are nothing blinked, so not sure what's going on with that. As you can see, it's a very old unit. But it gets the job done. The house actually has 2 central AC systems because the master suite was a good-sized addition. So they put another 1.5 ton AC on that and a 3-ton for the rest of the house. It does them both. I'll call up my wife and say, "Hey, you got power there?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, we don't have power where I work. How can you have power?" Because the generator's running. She didn't even notice. It's a good thing. It's something you need in Florida. All right, where were we? We were swirl. This has got a little fatter curve here. A little bit less here. They both top out very close. No issues. Okay, now we're going to take a look at our number 7 versus our number 6 through the carb, intake, and cylinder head. We're going to compare it to this. We're down a little, down a little, down a little. Wait a minute. Sorry, guys. Yeah, this one is down everywhere versus this one. Okay. It didn't flow quite as well, and it definitely doesn't flow as well after you put the manifold on. Let's just take a look and see what our runner looks like. Okay, 6 is a lower. It should flow 295. Actually better than the 7. But it doesn't flow better, not when you bolt it all together. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. All right? This was, let's just say, all right, let's say if we did look at 600, right? 254 and change, 600. 10 less on this one. We're flowing way less than that. I think I know what was going on. Okay. I was having problems with the bench. I have a pump that was starting to go bad, one of my fan motors, and I'm willing to bet I was losing CFM there because I didn't have the right amount of depression. Now I fired up the bench today to do the exhaust, and it was fine. It may have just been overheating from excessive use, even though I only did one page. I know I have some old fan motors, so I got one on order. I am not looking forward to pulling the bench out and putting that in. That is not a fun job, especially for short, fat guys. Not cool. Okay, let's take a quick look at our airspeeds. Okay, that's 7 airspeeds, 6 airspeeds. Very close. Unbelievably close. A little bit less action on the roof than this one. Not much different. I mean, 213. These are almost dead even. They are dead even. Can't beat that as far as equal stress on either side of the bowl, right? And a little bit less action here. Then again, I may have been having problems with the bench at that point, and I didn't realize it. But it's something to think about. Now, I was able to do the exhaust. It was able to hold the depression, no problem. It still smelt a little bit, so it's gonna need work. But that is not happening until the motor gets here. Okay, 7, 6, very similar. This is the one I had some scribble. Oh, this has got the crossover. Let's find one without a crossover. Okay, 8 verse 6. Real close, real close, real close. That's very close. And we just top out a touch better on this one. We top out a touch better here. Very, very similar, as they should be, because they're almost identical shapes. So they should be pretty close. They even have, almost every port had like 2 spots of noise. I don't see ends here though, so I see 2 ends here. Most of them did have noise somewhere in that low lift range. Yeah, right. All right, guys, you can see the old clutch is a little burnt. And it's early in the week. Wow, not good. All right, thanks for hanging out, guys. Have a good night.